15 minutes and have the defense's closing statement. But again, another delay. And I'm just wondering how that affects the mind of the jury, thinking, look, is the defense totally unprepared?
Sleepy, are you? Sleepy, Nikki.
How are they going to get there if they can't argue sexual abuse? I'm thinking, I'll get your take on it. It's the pregnancy. It's the hidden pregnancy that I think Jose Baez is going to say. This is a family that kept secrets. They didn't even openly talk about Casey's pregnancy. You saw Lee Anthony break down the stand about how upset he was that he wasn't involved in this pregnancy. I think that's the place, a clear place to go if you want to show family dysfunction and they kept secrets from each other.
And she didn't go to the OBGYN for years and years, and that was the reason for that was they didn't want anyone to discover that there might have been abuse.
It's a very good point, and that may be the way they get to that, but in opening statements they mentioned George. Now you're going to see George's name substantially cut out of their closing arguments, which could be a problem for the jury. Folks, want to mention to you the solution with this exhibit and closing arguments just minutes away, by the way. The jury is waiting to get in that courtroom and hear the defense's closing arguments. What they did was they taped up some white paper over the old Casey photo and pasted in a new Casey photo, so it looks like they're going to be ready to go any minute now, and the jury going to be hearing what the defense's theory is here. Again, the defense doesn't have to offer any proof, any theories. They don't have to do anything. They can sit there and simply poke holes in the prosecution's argument if they want to, because the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt is with the prosecution. What the defense usually tries to do in their closing statement is introduce reasonable doubt. That's their goal. They want to get this jury thinking, Beth Harris, that there are reasons here, there are other solutions, other alternatives out there as to why Kaylee died.
Absolutely. Why she died and how she died. And I think we're going to hear those questions that Cheney Mason has used in arguments out of the presence of the jury. The questions the jurors may be asking. How she died, when she died, exactly where she died, and why she died. Now, the how and the why. The prosecution doesn't have to show, or the where, or exactly when, beyond a reasonable doubt. They have to show that Casey is the one who killed her, that it was premeditated or done during the course of an aggravated child abuse, which is a battery, giving her chloroform, placing the duct tape over her mouth. They don't have to say exactly when and where it happened.
What about the prosecution here? You know, their closing argument's only a minute.